All right, so then the advanced version of that phenomenon would be the people that win a lot, or are right in there, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Right.
How does a team get into that top, in that groove?
You know, my advice, I always talk to new teams, and when they're starting out, and boy, a lot of times they'll come to me, and we've been doing this a long time. We're one of the top teams, and they'll say, "Oh, we were so happy we beat you in this category, we beat you in that category," but overall, they're way down.
Sure.
It's 4 meets, and we don't always win a category. Sometimes we do. We'll do well in a couple categories, but we try to, if you can get top 10 in 4 categories, you're going to win a lot of contests, and that's what we strive for. We strive to do 4 good categories. And like I say, that'll win you a lot of contests. Just being a specialist in one category doesn't do you any good.
Okay.
You have to specialize in all 4.
Right.
And what we try to do when we have a category we haven't done well in, we actually put a lot of effort in that category and try to make it our best category. And we've kind of done that with pork. The last couple of years we've been struggling in pork. This year we've won 3 big contests with pork, and we've got some seconds. So right now I think we're real close to first place in pork in KCBS. We're just a few points behind in second right now.
Right.
We were first until last week, and I think our pork is turned around. And like I say, you just concentrate on it till you get it right, and then then you go to the next category you're not doing well in.
Okay, so you got to shore up your weaknesses.
That's exactly right.
Because you can't outrun with good 1 or 2 good chicken
not
ribs.
even 3. I mean,
not even 3.
If you have, I mean, we've seen this. We've done 3 top 10s before and get 25th.
Dude.
You're not going to win. You're going to be 3rd or 4th.
Yeah.
But we're looking for grand championships. I mean, if you want to be team of the year in KCBS, you need to be getting really need a bunch of grands and a few reserves. That's what does it.
Okay.
Last year we had 4 grands and 6 reserves. We finished 8th. What you need when you're that close and you're getting that many reserves, they need to be grands, not reserves.
Okay.
And so that's why you got to shore up every category. And it's not that hard. You just, we don't do any radical changes. We just do fine tuning every week.
Okay.
And we cook every week. I mean, I can fine tune on the fly because I do this every week. The guy that cooks twice a year, he has a much tougher time.
I say that about the golfers. Is if I play once a month and you play once a week, you're probably going to be better than me. But if somebody else is playing twice a week, he can be better than both of us.
Absolutely, that's the way it works. I mean, I don't have to think about what I'm doing. All I have to think about is what I need to tweak. But the biggest thing is when you cook twice a year or 3 times a year, you have lots of timing issues. That's really what the biggest problems are. People get stuff done way too early, or they don't get it done in time because they don't know how their cooker cooks.
Right. So we want our window. We got to nail the window.
Yeah.
And that be.
It's like our chicken. We put it on at 5 minutes to 11. It's due at noon.
Right.
Because I know at 11:40 it's done.
Right.
And if I didn't know that, I know from week to week, there's a 5-minute window there it's going to be done, and that gives me plenty of time to get it back in the box and get it to the judges. But boy, if you don't know how your cooker is going to cook because you don't use it very often, you don't have that kind of leeway. You need to give yourself more time.
Right. And Kathy and I came back from Florida via New Orleans and then via Slidell, and saw your rig down there. And I know you were in Pensacola the week before, and I saw your name out in the California contest. But what you told me 2 hours ago over at Parrot Head's camp was that you have cooked, this is the end of July right now, and you've cooked every week since
the first part of March.
March 1st.
Yeah.
Every week, March, April, May, June, July, 5 months.
Every weekend.
Every weekend.
And some of them, like the GAB was a double, Washington, D.C. was a double.
Okay.
And we're going to take a week off here. Next weekend we cook, and then the week after we take a week off. We're going to take a little vacation.
So that's how you can dial in. And if you can't do that, then how close can you do? Can you do 4 in a row? Can you do 6 in a row? Is that what you would tell somebody?
Yeah.
To try to dial in the timing?
The secret of barbecue, and I've told this to people, they say, what's the secret? What's your secret? I say, we don't do anything. We don't have a special sauce. Our rubs are real simple. I mean, some of the commercial rubs you buy are a lot more complicated.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, our brisket rub is not much more than salt, paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder.
Okay.
And it's that we do this every weekend. I know what to put on. I know when to take stuff off. I know how to cook it. I know what a brisket's supposed to feel like. My buddy Parrott, I don't think he even uses thermometers. He just goes by the feel of the meat. Now I probe stuff, and I know when it hits a certain temperature, I know what it's gonna, the meat's gonna pull. Like it's like brisket. The first thing a judge does, he picks up a slice and he pulls it.
Right.
And if it pulls back, I don't care how good it tastes, you're gonna get nailed. And I said, we overcook ours on purpose so that it snaps, and you do lose some of the flavor. We try to add some of the flavor back by soaking it, but still, you do lose some of the flavor. And some of the best brisket I've ever had has been undercooked. But you're not going to do well with it.
You won't score with it.
No, because when you pull on it, and it's like a exercise machine,
and it snaps,
you're just going to get nailed. Because that's I mean, I've helped with a lot of judging classes. The first thing they tell them, they say it should pull apart easily. And you know, you got to cook for the judges. I don't cook for myself. I cook for the judges.
It's like people say, "Oh yeah, I really like dry wine," and then you give them dry wine, and they go, "Whoa, this is too dry."
Yeah.
You know, no, we got to overcook a little bit. You talked about knowing your smoker. We're going to go over and look at Mike's smoker, and I've got a couple of comments about it, but it's real interesting. Let's go over.